I'd done a couple acupuncture charts and posters and stuff, and I put them up on my Etsy. And I kind of wanted to do a video giving a little bit more information on how to use them if you weren't an equine body worker, or weren't comfortable using needles, that kind of thing. So for every owner, touch is one of the greatest ways and one of the most accessible ways to kind of work with the acupuncture channels. So following along the posters or any source that gives you the acupuncture channels, you can follow along the location on the surface of the body, and you can use touch. So I kind of wanted to show that in a different way. So yeah, let's go play with some ponies and I'll show you. So we'll just run down the back portion of the bladder meridian really wide once and quite quick. So for kind of what we were talking about today, this will be quite quick. The speed that I'm running across it now. And just for the video, I'll stop it there and we'll do the back again. So this time using a little bit of fingertip pressure, being a little bit more accurate, but also slowing down a little bit. And then just finishing, stopping about it. Bladder 23 there. And then for the third time, we'll slow down even more. So I'm going to find the channel again, allow my fingers to find it, and really just allowing my fingers to find where they want to go, and really trusting that. And as soon as I find a hollow, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to have a little bit of pressure. Really light. Feels like he wants me to be really light here, so that's what I'm going to follow. And if I'm wrong and nothing happens, I'll try something else. No harm. And moved a little. Ooh, ooh. He moved a lot. Okay, so we'll find again and stop on that one. See if anything happens for him. He's looking like he's getting sleepy with his eye again. Lots of blinking. There we go, lots of blinking. The ears are kind of going out. So we'll go back over here. Continue on and find the next little point. There, and we took a big breath. You can watch the belly go in and out. Big little sigh. There's another one. And we can stay here as long as feels good to both him and I, or can move on again, find another one. Just stopping again and seeing what that does. We got some lip wiggles. A little hard to see from here. A little bit above breath, you saw the nostril. And still a quiet blinking eye. So yeah, we can just continue on wherever feels good to us. If they have a specific issue in an area like left pelvis, right pelvis, focus on that area, left shoulder, right shoulder. Neck is often a very juicy area that gets lots of releases. Hi. Yeah, look at the cute little nose. Yeah. Okay, say bye for now. Yeah. So another one of the really cool things you can do is when you follow the points down on the limb and you come to the foot, all of the channels end along the coronet band, so along the where the hair meets the hoof, and they all kind of end in different spots. You can follow the charts. There's pretty good diagrams on there of where they go, but if you don't want to follow the charts, or if you want to kind of practice with your feel, you can just do 360 around, just giving them a little bit of a massage on the coronet band. And as you go along, you're going to feel places that feel a little bit different. They'll kind of feel like that. I'll give them a sec. The mountain or the valley feel. And when you hit those points, you can kind of spend a little bit more time. And sometimes you get a lick and a chew and a yawn like he just did. And other times it'll just feel different to you. But it's a really good way to kind of feel through the points and see if you feel something different and gauge their reaction as to what you're doing. because their feedback is the best feedback you can get, even over somebody telling you where they are, because they do and can be a little bit different depending on each horse's individual anatomy. So you can just use your thumb to feel all the way around, and if you find a point that feels here, he's got a little bit of a valley, so there, I'll just rest my thumb and stick with it and see if anything changes. And sometimes patience is just the name of the game. And there, he wants to move it again and do a lick and a chew, so I'll let him do that. And if he puts it back, we'll do it again and just spend a little bit more time on it. So there, found it again, and see if anything else changes. And you're not often looking for big, huge, revolutionary change. You're just looking for little, small, incremental pieces that shift in their body, because they're the ones that are responsible for changing. Their body is doing all of the work. Yeah. So I'm just going to feel along the neck and see if we can find a good point that I can show you. So here we'll feel along this channel. And there, felt like a fairly big change to me. So, and by that, I mean he did a little bit of shifting in his body. And he also is closing his eyes as soon as I got to it. And he's kind of getting a little droopy. You can see the lip twitches. I don't know if it's clear enough. There we go. You got the little lip twitches and the head twitches. So I'm just going to stay on that spot and give it a little bit of a hello with my thumb. And the other thing too is if you feel like you're not sure, like, oh, it feels like it shifted, it moved, it changed, you can move with it. You can feel a little bit deeper. You can go a little bit lighter. Or you can switch to your palm and just kind of cup it and see if that changes anything. And for him, he woke up a little bit with that. His head's up higher. He's looking over there. Ears are up. So that one might not be the best choice for him. So I'm going to follow the channel again, coming to where I feel the point to be, and just give it a little massage. Just a little bit of circular pressure, and see if anything changes for him this time. So that, got some blinking again. There we go. Oh, we saw something over there. Something only a horse could be interested in, because I can't see it, but we'll focus back over here and see what changes. And usually that's just the thing. It's just checking in and observing and see what changes. Not looking for anything in particular. Seeing if anything changes for him. Not much change there, so I'm just going to continue down and see if we find another point that might be more effective or might have a different feeling for him. Ah, that one had a different feeling. He came over and bumped me with his nose. So we'll stay off on that for a sec. And he's wanting to move. And go to sleep on the hay. Or straw. Hey? Yeah? So just watching all the little things. All his nose, the lip, up to the eye, the ear, the rest of the body posture. Being really relaxed. They put weight on more on one foot. I'll switch over here. Front feet. So this one came up to say hi. Very close up, hey? Yeah. And she is giving me her butt, probably because it's spring and it's itchy. But since I had my camera out and we were filming, I'm just going to follow where we were on the gray horse, the top of the bladder meridian here, and her, and see what happens. There, we got a point that seemed pretty effective, and she wanted to move and lick and chew and yawn and move her feet, all the things. So I'm going to go back right where I was, and excuse the mess on her. It is springtime, And they are shedding. There's another lick and chew just from that one point. Yeah. And a big release. And she's moving off, so I'm just going to respect that and give her a sec. As you can see, it is muddy everywhere. And she might come back for a little more. Hi. So I'm going to walk back there and just start what I was doing again and see what she thinks of it. If she says no, that's okay too. Half the time, most of the time it's just working with them on their schedule. It's their body and it's their choice. So I love to work as well, especially with my own critters, without a halter on. It makes a whole world of difference in terms of boundaries and permission and choice and all of those wonderful things. So here she's put me on her left side twice, so I'm going to follow that. And I'm going to follow back. And just go to the same spot. Or not. So she said maybe not, so I'm just going to stand here and see if there's a place that I feel called to more. Because I was going to go to the same spot because it was a video. And I don't know, my human brain said it would make sense to do the right butt and then the left butt. But that's not what she said. So I'm going to listen to her and see if there's a place on her body that I feel drawn to. I may think, great, now that's shoulder. So I'm going to walk up there and check in and see if that's an okay place for me to be. She says hello. And I'm going to follow the bladder channel along her shoulder. And that was a no, which was an interesting no because she put me back at her butt. So I'm actually going to go further down from where we were and see what that does. And that feels better to me. And she did a little bit of a sigh there. And she might not want me that close. So here's another interesting one, is the acupuncture can be done with needles and it can be done with pressure, through touch. But you can also do it off body. So I'm just going to rest my hand pretty much about an inch or two off of her. And that, and just following it down, just kind of pretending, I'm following it all the way. And that one kind of has a cool feel with her. Not too into it yet, but we'll see. You can follow it all the way down on the hawk. And there felt pretty cool. So I'm going to stop on the hawk right there. And you can watch her belly and her nose and her eye. There we go. Changed quite a bit. That's pretty cool. There we go. Now we're going to sleep. And if you can see, I am not touching her. There's some more big breaths again. There we go. Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll leave her at that.